Leave aside appearance. If you go to temples in Korea, there are only many practitioners with high appearance. The Buddha, who should really be there, is nowhere to be found even if you wash your eyes and look. There should be living being if there is Buddha. The number of Buddhists is decreasing, only self-proclaimed Buddhas are increasing. A certain Buddhist asked a monk who became very famous with instant question and answer about the phenomenon. That Buddhists are decreasing a lot these days. Monk, these days, the number of faithful at temples is rapidly decreasing, and especially young generations do not believe in Buddhism. What is the reason? The monk answered like this: what problem is there because Buddhists don't come to the temple? It is more important that our Buddhists escape suffering and live freely and happily. When I listened, the monk's answer was plausible, but it lacked core teaching and was merely a very general answer that any monk could think of. The Buddhist's question was nothing more than the thinking of living being, and the monk also seemed to be just making a play on words based on his popularity, and only giving a superficial answer. So I was greatly disappointed. This is ignoring the ultimate essence of religion. Then, what is the suffering that the monk speaks of, and what is happiness? There was no detailed mention of these things, and when I saw our Buddhists liking the words that were only glossy on the outside, and only a uniform answer that was extremely monk-like, I felt like living being was asking and living being was answering. Originally, in our mind, there are two minds, original mind and greed. Original mind refers to the pure and innocent mind like a baby that we had when we came into the world. And greed is the mind that desires to seek or enjoy something that does not fit one's place. And the problem is that this causes agony and suffering. Therefore, in order for a person not to suffer, they can abandon greed. Of course, it is not an easy task. The ultimate reason why we believe in religion is precisely here. If you tell people that correctly, the number of Buddhists will naturally increase. For example, in the past, our old female Buddhists diligently went to temples, regarding Shakyamuni Buddha as an object of blessing. That blessing is also an empty shell created by greed. This is because wanting to obtain something is greed itself. However, our young people today have very high academic backgrounds and live in the age of scientific civilization. Would it really work for them if we talk about what the mind is like, what suffering is like, until our mouths are dry? As everything changes over time, the value of religion must also change to fit the times. In this era where the setting of religion is gradually disappearing, if we are still obsessed with the theory of reincarnation in 3 existences, which is useless thousands of years ago, or if we are just catching the clouds in the sky, young people will no longer believe in Buddhism. Our Buddhism must take this phenomenon seriously. The value of religion lies in the pursuit of happiness. We must first change the view that monks are Buddha and Buddhists are living being for there to be a future. There are monks because there are Buddhists, and there are Buddha because there are living being. Therefore, in order for religion to prosper, the right way for religion is to first know in detail what the concerns of Buddhists are and to seek ways to solve them. But how is it? Originally, religion should be worried about society, but these days, society is worried about religion, so as a religious person, I can only feel sorry. The people who need to realize are not the faithful, but the religious people themselves.